And now some poetry cited by TheKillerNacho. Roses are red, violets are blue. I hate work, and so do you. I hate work, yes I do. I hate work, how about you? To play Pokemon is human. To work is divine. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck work? And without further ado, here's the battle. Today's question of the day is, how has your summer been going so far? How was your 4th of July? I went to a wedding my 4th of July, which was interesting. That's why I didn't post an update this weekend. Sorry about that. But, yeah, my summer's been, as I think you can tell from my poems, a lot of work. So, yeah, fill me in. How's your summer going? So, anyway, a battle, finally. I'm sure you've all been waiting for this for a long time. DarksteelLeon. And, yeah, this is a roulette. He gave me an Obama Snow lead against his Latias, which was pretty good. So, yeah, I'm thinking he'll switch, so I decided just to set up a sub, and, yeah, it ends up being a pretty nice prediction. He does actually set up, or switch into Metagross, and, yeah, I set up a sub, and I'm just going to set up a Leech Seed. This is like a Leech Seeding Obama Snow with Blizzard and just other random stuff. So, yeah, Sub-Seeder, get the Leech Seed off on it, and, that's kind of helpful because that'll heal Obama Snow back to full health. And, yeah, it's good. So, I don't want to stay in and take another Meteor Mash, or, I was thinking maybe have a Bullet Punch. So I decided to go into Charizard, because it'll probably scare off the, Metagross, truth be told. And this Charizard is actually, a Belly Drum Charizard, which, you know, I've never seen anybody use these for a long time, and I just randomly have one, and it happened to get its name called on the roulette. So, you know, I figure, you know, this good as time as any to set up a Belly Drum. I think you'll probably won't stay in against a Charizard with a Metagross. So I do set it up, but unfortunately I see a Swampert. Even after a Belly Drum, I'm not going to be able to KO this, unfortunately. I go with an Earthquake because Swampert resists Fire Punch. So, yeah, Earthquake, it does about, I don't know, 75% if I had to guess. And, yeah, he roars me out. So, I'm going to Blaziken, and I really don't feel good about my chances. As you can see, this isn't my Scarf mixed Blaziken, so I decide just to switch. And he takes the opportunity to Stealth Rock, so he probably predicted my switch pretty nicely. But, anyway, I decided to go into Abomasnow, thinking he might Surf or Earthquake, but he just set up the Stealth Rocks, so... Alrighty then, I'm just going to go for a Blizzard to finish off the Swampert, and it does finish off the Swampert, and that's pretty good. So, anyway, he decides to go out into... Who does he go out into? He goes out into... Yes, Uxie. Okay, so Uxie is going to try to yawn me, but I figure he's probably going to do something gay, so I decided to take the free switch and go into Charizard. He's dead due to the Stealth Rocks, but at least that means I get a free switch. His yawn is not effective against nothing, so... Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So, anyway, I go into Scizor, and he predicted the Pursuit and tries to yawn, but I actually kind of predicted the yawn and went with the U-turn. So, I nearly take down the Uxie with U-turn. This is my Choice Band Scizor. I'm actually kind of surprised it lived, but then again, it is an Uxie. His defenses are pretty epic, so there you go. I go into Frostlass, and I see that his team is weak against Ghost a lot, and at worst, he can go into Metagross and take a neutral Specs hit with Shadow Ball. So, actually, he decides to go into Azelf. I think that was a misclick, he said. So, that was pretty bad for him, and Azelf goes down. So, that's pretty good. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that Azelf. And he goes into Metagross, and I don't want to eat a Meteor Mash, and I'm pretty sure I can't KO with Shadow Ball at this point. So I go into Blaziken, and he predicted that quite nicely and decided to go for an Earthquake. So great prediction, and that's going to cost me my Blaziken because I was predicting a Steel-type move. Yay. So anyway, I decided to go into Scizor just to get, you know, a U-turn off on it. Now, why the heck not? U-turn is good. So I get a U-turn off, and he ends up going into this Uxie, and I hit the Uxie, and it kills it, so that annoying Uxie is at least gone, and I go into Abomasnow. Anyway, yeah, I heal a little bit with leftovers, and he's thinking about what he wants to go into. He goes into Gengar, and I really didn't want to risk switching because Abomasnow is probably the least important thing I have in my team at this point. So I decided to see what he's going to do, go with a Blizzard just in case, and he goes for the Focus Blast, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah, I know this is a speed tie, so I go into Frost Blast, kind of hoping I can win a speed tie, and what I end up doing is decide to Shadow Ball. And he decides to switch, and later I find out that he's Scarfed, and that's why he decides to switch. And I go for the Shadow Ball. It's going to be a 2-hit KO on Metagross, which is good because that means I get this thing out of the way. I'm really glad it doesn't have Bullet Punch now. So yeah, I take down the Metagross after 2 Shadow Balls, and he goes back into Gengar, who now reveals that he's Scarfed, and he goes for a Shadow Ball, and he misses due to no Cloak, which is so bad for him. And yeah, that's just plain terrible. But to be honest, I don't think that mattered a whole lot, just because my last Pokemon is Snorlax. So I decided to hit this thing with Shadow Ball to hit down to near death, and he goes for a Dragon Pulse and KOs Frostlass, and now I do reveal my final Pokemon, Snorlax. So even if he would have hit with that Shadow Ball, I just would have went into Snorlax, got a free Curse, and really there would be nothing he could do because Snorlax walls Latias and Gengar quite nicely. So yeah, he's gonna Roost, whatever. I go for a Curse to get some attack and defense. Both of us get hit by Hail and heal with Leftovers, which is a massive waste of time, but that's what happens, so you'll have to suffer through it anyway. And he actually shows to have Calm Mind, but I'm still not I'm not afraid a whole lot. I decided to go for a Body Slam. I didn't get the Para, which was, annoying, but pretty much I figure all I really need is a Parahax or a crit, and the game is mine. So, actually, I decided to go for one more Curse. Hopefully, after a second Curse, it's 2-hit KO. That's what I was hoping. But, anyway, both of us, heal and then take, hail damage, or take hail damage and then heal. So, yeah, I'm just going to go for a, another Body Slam as he goes for a Calm Mind, and it's not quite a 2-hit KO, so I'm just going to go for another one. Why not? I mean, all I really need is a crit or a Para, and I win, so I just decided to do that. And actually, I do end up getting a crit, which is pretty gay for me, but even if that didn't happen, Dragon Pulse is still not 2-hit KO, so yeah, I get a crit, and that's the win. So good game, Darksteel.